Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 5 by 5 podcast, episode 22. This is Mina.
Hello, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. Are you up?
Yes, I am. I fell asleep. I took a little nap.
Tanya's been operating on a different time zone for the past
I,
few days. So,
I
yeah,
know. No,
I'm glad.
I'm actually in normal time zone now. I just get sleepy around like 4 p.m. I don't know
Well,
why.
it is nap time for a lot of people. That
I know. I can't be blamed. Anyway, thank you for
yeah,
listening, everyone who's on this um listening to us live right now. We have a giveaway, don't we?
yes, we do. So Tanya and I are going to talk about some of our favorite underrated things,
Mm-hmm.
and related to that, I'm going to give away a Kindle copy of a book from an author that I'm going to mention today. So her name is Serena Bowen. She writes new adult romance novels. And
Mm.
if you haven't read her books, we're gonna talk about it. And I'm actually gonna give away a Kindle copy. I'm gonna because I really really enjoy her stuff. So there.
Yay! All right.
So
So what
please
what does
tweet
one do?
along.
Yeah, what does
Listen,
one
yes.
do to win this Kindle copy of one of Serena Bowen's books?
Just listen to the stream right now, and if you're listening, just tweet along. We're going to be tweeting using the hashtag 5x5 podcast. So we're just gonna start reading your comments and throw them around here, and I'm going to choose one before the end of the podcast.
Cool. Somebody,
Yeah.
Perfect Rin tweeted that her favorite underrated things is getting packages in the mail and snail mail. I love that
Oh
too.
yeah. Me
Because
too.
you hardly
Because
ever,
yeah, and it's
yeah,
gotten to the point where you pretty much just get bills now, right?
exactly, exactly. We only get bills in the mail. So if you get like packages or gifts or even a postcard, I have a friend who travels a lot. So he tries to send me a postcard when if he remembers, he'll send me a postcard from different places. So I get stuff from Venice and India. So I get
That's cool.
postcards from there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And usually, if you actually get something in the mail, it's an actual thing, right? It couldn't have been emailed. It's not digital. It's an actual physical thing that
They
you now
hold it
have
to
to
your
read.
heart.
Yeah. Or they could lose it. And,
Yeah, well, that would be
uh,
sad.
remember remember when the ports like were congested, quote
Oh,
unquote.
oh my
And
gosh, my package just got so delayed.
yes, me too. I actually do have one package, two packages, books that I wrote myself and I ordered from a U.S. printer. They were shipped supposedly from the U.S. in November, and I haven't gotten them yet.
What?
Haven't yet. Yes.
Some
So
disgruntled port worker just decided, let's
I don't know what
pass it
happened. I
over
don't know what
over the
happened.
overwork.
Yes, I finally got back in touch with the printers, and then they're just going to assume that someone screwed up, and that they decided to just print new copies and ship them again to me. So I hope
Oh, fun.
I hope this reaches me, because yes, it's fun getting stuff in the mail. Thank you, Rin, for commenting that,
Yeah.
for tweeting that and sharing. Okay, so I want to talk about. We decided to talk about favorite underrated things this episode because, we like a lot of stuff, and there's so much going on right now in terms of pop culture and things we can read and watch and listen to, that it's not dictated by just one mainstream media source anymore. So we tend to end up liking things that maybe not a lot of people have seen or not a lot of people have read, or maybe they're not even in bookstores
There's
that we
actually
usually
two
go to.
kinds, right? Well, for me, like, there's underrated, like, it's not as popular as it should be. Like, it's really, really good, but and you wonder why. more people aren't like watching it or reading it. And then there's
Yeah, yeah.
people know about it, but they don't think it's really that good. But you know it's awesome. You don't you, like people just can't see it, or and you have
So,
stuff like that.
so we have to like make that push for
Yeah.
ourselves, right?
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
there's the one of our common favorite underrated thing, the Buffy, uh,
Yes.
Buffy
Well,
the
if
Vampire Slayer.
that's true. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer, if you kids don't remember what that is,
Yes.
so that aired in I think 1997, 96.
Yeah.
Did it start?
We were
Uh,
like six, right, or something.
you and me, yeah, we were so
we were like six, or
young.
I'm a little
But
older. If I was 8. I'm joking.
it yes, we're very young. That's the truth. So it's Buffy is a perfect example, I guess, of an underrated thing that Tanya and I loved and continue to love. It was a
Yes.
small, I guess it was considered a small show back then,
Yeah.
and
It did not have
but
huge ratings.
yeah, it did not have huge ratings. It was never nominated for anything. We kind of um, so it was kind of like a friendship. It was like a secret handshake among people if you actually knew the show enough and you could. And then if you actually wanted to be part of a group of people who wanted to talk about the show, so that was fun. I met a lot of friends that way. Um, I actually met my husband that way.
Wait, so that was Buffy then?
That's a story.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's one. But of course, we all know that that show, which was created by Joss Whedon, who now did who did the Avengers movie and is now super popular Hollywood director, and
Hmm.
and a lot of yeah, so a lot of people who used to work on that underrated show are now really popular and influential. So it's great to be involved in something like that that starts off
Yeah.
as something good that only a
Oh,
few people know about.
speaking of which, one of the Buffy, right? You know, have you checked out Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce?
I haven't yet. Marty
Yeah.
Noxon,
So
right?
Marty Noxon,
Yeah.
yeah, she's one of the writers. She was one of the writers on Buffy. There was a Buffy shout out
Oh,
on the
are you
show.
sure?
Yes, because
Yeah.
I this is not spoilery, but there's one of the characters. She's recurring. I don't know if she's gonna be like a regular, but she's an actress. She's like a young actress, and there's a poster of her. Like she signed it and they gave it to someone, and there's a shot of the poster. Apparently, she's in a vampire movie. She's well, they didn't say it was a vampire TV show or movie, but she was holding a stake in the
Oh, of
in the
course.
poster. I was like, ah, Buffy. So
Yay.
Buffy reference. It was so funny. I don't know. I'm sure that was on purpose. So yeah, it's actually a pretty good show. Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. I don't usually
Okay.
like TV shows about marriage and stuff, but this is fun. I'm enjoying it so far. I've seen like 3 episodes. So
Okay.
there. Um,
I will check that out, of course. Yes. Okay. Well, another thing that I wanted to mention is something called the Ivy Years series by
mhm,
author Serena Bowen. So that's, I mean, yeah, I kind of got into that recently. It's a series with four books right about now. So you can really, if me talking about this, if it gets you interested, and you don't win the giveaway, there
mhm,
you can just check them out on Amazon and you will be able to read a bunch of stuff, continuing series. And she also has a new book out that's a different series, but it's in her style. So you might actually, if you enjoyed the new adult Ivy Year series, which is set in college, then you'll enjoy the rest of her books, even the ones not non Ivy years. So have you seen me tweet about this, Tanya?
recently, yes, I think.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I,
I was made aware of her books because I part of a new adult author community with Serena Bowen, and she offered to give me an advanced reader copy of her latest book, something from the IVR series called The Understatement of the Year. And it was under the we were talking about it because this particular series is a romance. It's a romance series featuring characters in a college in Connecticut. But the book that she offered to give me a copy of is a book in that series that features two two male leads
Mm-hmm.
in the romance book. So that
Oh,
which was a little different from the other books, which featured male-female romances. So she kind of mixed it up in the series, and she writes about athletes, which is really cool. So it's
oh, athletes.
it's a student. Her books are uh, her books feature student athletes, but with a twist. So the first book, so I read this book first. The third
Mhm.
one called the year featuring two male hockey players who fall in love, which is awesome.
Oh, well, people should be writing more like romances feature because usually the jocks are just some generic character in these books,
Yeah, it's
right?
almost as
So
if
it's like
they're all the same guy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like it's always this popular basketball player whom everyone has a crush on. That's it. They don't have like a backstory or you know.
Or just something that's different. So this, but yeah, this book was because when we talk about even among fellow authors when we talk about trying to write uh, MM or FF romances, like part of the discussion is, if you've never written that kind of romance before, is it actually like writing male female, but with two males? So we
Mhm.
kind of got into that discussion, and then reading this, I realized that it's actually different. I mean, you would think it's the same, but it's actually different because it wasn't like at least in that book, it wasn't like there was a male character and a female character in that relationship. They were
Yeah,
both very male.
yeah. Usually that's I think I don't know. I think some gay men like or women they it kind of annoys them sometimes like when say okay which one's the wife, which one's the
Yes,
husband. I'm
in the
like what?
relationship. Yeah. It's not that. It's not that at all. So it kind of gave me, I guess, a kick in whatever it sort of rebooted how I thought of this as an author, how to write this kind of romance, and it's not that at all. It's not like assigning male characteristics to one character and then female characteristics to another. It's really two characters.
Hmm. And so when are you
You
planning
might
to
be
write
hearing, yeah,
your first?
you might be I would love to. I would love to. I'm thinking about it, but I right now I'm content with reading awesome ones first.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so you might be hearing my daughter in the background because she's
How's her drawing coming along?
she's doing very well. Yes.
Oh,
Anyway, so
okay.
that's I kind of gushed about one particular book, but um, the first book in that series, for example, is called The Year We Fell Down, and it features two student athletes, and this is a male-female relationship. So it's two
Hmm.
student athletes who actually meet in a in a dorm where the injured students stay. So they were
There's a
student
dorm
athletes.
for injured students.
Yes, yes, because of course it has to be wheelchair accessible, and they
Oh,
have
okay.
to stay. Yeah, they have to stay in a certain floor, or it has to be bigger. Like
I
the
thought
rooms
it's
have to
some
be bigger.
I thought it's some weird, like you're now injured, you are no use to us.
You know,
We'll put you in one
no,
place
well,
until you can prove yourselves
you
worthy.
I know. I mean, but that's just exactly. But that's just one of those things that, again, just reading this, it kind of like reminds you how it can be an old-fashioned romance between two people, but just one making one change suddenly affects the entire story and it feels new. So it's that like how do so she they're both they're both hockey players.
Mm-hmm.
She she's in a wheelchair, he's on crutches. So
Oh.
they meet, but he actually has a girlfriend, but they kind of live next to each other in this dorm area for for the for the students with specific needs. And then it kind of takes off from there. But it's really fascinating because especially if you read romance, you're so used to reading all these like the meet cute, the hijinks, the college party. But all of this, just because of their situation, all of this still happens, but in a different way, like in a slightly different way,
Oh,
because
okay.
it makes you think about these things, like how different it is for other people, just experiencing college in a different way. Like when the party, for example, is on the fourth floor, and you're in a building and you're in a wheelchair, and the building has no
Oh.
elevator. How do you even get to this party, even if you're invited? Stuff like that. It was really fun. And then
Okay.
the other books in the series are set in the same college, and they also feature relationships. Like they start off as something familiar, but there is something about them, about the characters, or about the situation that makes it a little different. So it gives you a new point of view on the whole college romance thing. So I really enjoyed her books. I just finished reading her latest one today. So I'm on a Serena Bowen high, and I am going to give away a Kindle copy of one.
Yay.
Yeah, so anyone who wants to join can just tweet using hashtag 5x5 podcast, and then uh, I'll just choose a winner, and then you'll get your Kindle copy, and that should be fun. So how about you, Tanya? What's an underrated thing you wanna talk about?
I don't know. I just realized I probably don't. Like I have stuff that are not mainstream like here, but they're pretty mainstream somewhere else, you know.
Okay, so it's like underrated within your your
Yeah,
circle
so
of
something
people.
like that. That's like say I watch anime. A lot of my friends would watch anime, but it's not a mainstream thing here. And
Mm-hmm.
so right. So I'm like I can't make references to I can't make jokes about that with my other friends because they're like, huh? Anyway, so okay, I'll start. It's mostly
Like
like
me,
let's
sadly.
see. I think it's mostly movies that um that I like, which they're not. Actually, I like movies that are known to be like really like people say, oh, that's a crap movie because it's one of those like blockbuster things, but and then some of them just forget about it. I'm like, no, 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 this is brilliant, and I still quote from them. Like for example, do you have any movies like that, Mina?
I used to be that person when I was in college because I would have I would have film class, and then of course it's like a selection of movies that we'd have to watch, and they're usually like back then they weren't really accessible, so you would probably only see these particular movies in film class. So they would be stuff like I don't know, Babette's Feast, stuff like that, like
Oh, okay.
European movies, like Oscar winners from the 70s, and then I'd go to my friends like and say, oh, you should watch this movie from the 70s, and
And they're like, what?
they, what, where can I even get that? Yeah.
Yeah. I like to like I have this thing like for example what's my favorite Audrey Hepburn movie is Sabrina,
Hmm.
which not everybody has seen
Oh,
because if you ask
I have
someone that's you have yay like if you ask people like what's your favorite you know Audrey Hepburn movie, most of them will probably say Breakfast at Tiffany. I have seen Breakfast at Tiffany like once I think or twice. I have seen Sabrina so many times like Like
You
I
know
have that on
mine
repeat since I was a kid. What's your favorite
You know
one?
mine. I think the first one that I saw, and then that really like I caught it in an afternoon watching on TV, and Two for the Road. Two
Oh,
for
I
the Road
love
with
that. I
Albert.
love that.
He's a little older in that movie, but awesome, and it's one of those movies that
Albert
rely
Finney
on.
was kind of cute.
Yeah, he was the younger guy, I think.
I know, right? It's like, oh my God, Albert Finney.
Yes, yes. And it's like time it goes through time jumps, like it follows a couple throughout like different stages of the relationship, and it yeah, I missed that. Okay. You reminded
So
me of
so
this
there.
movie moment.
So yeah, that's your favorite. So that's your favorite Audrey Hepburn movie. My favorite um Sabrina, which anyway, just the opening, like not the opening scene, like the first few minutes where there's this voiceover. Audrey Hepburn's doing a voiceover talking about her family, the Larrabee family. It's like, oh, I think I memorized the whole thing, like the you know, stuff like about the swimming pool, about the tennis court, and it's so mundane. Like, you know, you're just talking about the house and stuff, but it's so fun to listen to. Like when you're watching it, I don't know. You just check it out. Anyway, so yeah, it has
Sabrina.
Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart was the male lead. Um,
Yes.
and I actually did not see that coming because I was a kid when I saw it, and I was like, "What? What's going on? What? Why is she? You know, why is she with a weird old guy? Well, older guy who's like curmudgeonly and
That's true.
stuff."
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so yeah, that
I mean it was a different time, yes.
it was a good that's why, and then afterwards, like after a few times I've seen it, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, that's good. That was a good call. So yes, that's my one of my favorite underrated things. And oh, what is your favorite Bruce Willis movie?
Oh my gosh. My favorite Bruce Willis movie.
Or is it not
I
a
don't
thing?
what is your favorite Bruce Willis
Yeah.
movie?
Okay, so everybody's like, you know, I think his most famous movie is Die Hard, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and my favorite Bruce Willis movie is The Last Boy Scout. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. Yes.
Okay.
We may have borrowed that on Betamax a long
Oh
time
my
ago.
god. So yes, that was
But no,
that's my favorite.
I don't remember having seen it.
You, you should check it out. I don't know. I think I haven't seen it recently. It may not hold up, but I don't know. It's like uh, it had Damon Wayans in it in a serious role, you know, and
Ooh,
it had Halle Berry before she got really famous. So she was like, "Oh, we need a hot girl is for this movie." So that's her, and she doesn't have a lot. Her parts like really tiny. And anyway, it is my favorite joke in an action movie, which is like so mababaw. But do you want to hear the joke?
sure.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
There will be some curse. Well, not uh, warning contains language. Some. All right. So, why did Mr. Milo cross the road?
Why?
Because his dick was stuck in a chicken.
Oh,
So yes, I know. I love that joke. Anyway, so the story is about this. Bruce Willis plays a private detective, and his life is a mess. He's such a loser, and he comes
okay.
across this like corruption thing, and he I don't know.
Mm.
I love movies where, well, I love movies and stories where you have the main characters like super flawed, and then they find something bigger than themselves, and you know they just risk everything for it. Like, you know, yeah, I'll just do this. I might it might kill me, but I'm gonna do this anyway. And yeah, and then he dances a jig at the end of the movie, because he says like, if I survive this, I'm
So
gonna
this
dance a jig. So, you can see him dancing. That was fun. So yeah,
This
last
seems
question.
like a trippy movie.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It seems trippy.
Yeah, I know. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's fun. So it's one of my. I don't know if a lot of people have seen it. So yes, that is my favorite. So that's my favorite Bruce Willis movie, my favorite Audrey Hepburn movie. And I don't know. I guess do you have any more underrated things that you like, Nina?
I have one I'd like to mention. She's a local author. Her name is Eliza Victoria, and she wrote a novel. Well, it's short. It's probably novella length, but it's called Dwellers. Have you seen it? It came out recently. I think just a few
Yes,
months ago. Yeah,
yes.
Dwellers. So it's I think well, Eliza Victoria should not. I think by now she's a National Book Award winner, so she shouldn't be considered underrated. But that's how it is, I think, with local authors, even if they're award winning
Yes,
and
yes,
super bestseller, super famous, they're not, I guess, famous enough in 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 more circles. So we're going to I give her a boost in whatever circle we have some influence in. So please pick up Elisa Victoria's Dwellers. It's a um so I don't want to give it away. It's if you've read her books before, she writes creepy stuff. It's
yay,
my
creepy stuff.
summary.
I love creepy stuff actually. For some reason,
Yeah.
I like creepy stuff written by Pinoys. It's different
Awesome.
from creepy stuff written by like say Americans or Europeans. It's we have a different
Yes.
kind of creepy that's like
Yes.
yes.
I've been reading her stuff like over the past few months because she's been releasing some new books fairly regularly, if not compilations, novellas, and so she's getting that. She's beginning to really define her space in creepy creepy Pinoy things. So
Yes.
that's awesome, I think, and this is the story of two people who are not really they're kind of uh, they're kind of in bodies that they don't actually own. So
Mhm.
that's that's my attempt at a non-spoilery description of this
Yeah.
book.
Well,
So
if it's in the blurb, you know, it's you're allowed.
yeah, I guess. But yeah,
It's
so
in the blurb. Yes.
yeah, but there are two main characters. They're two young men, and they're kind of using bodies that they don't own really. So it's and then they kind of it's almost as if they just find themselves in those bodies. They're able to do that, and they kind of discover. But of course, they get into that body without knowing, without taking on any of the memories of the person who had that body.
Oh
And then
no.
they discover, yeah, so there's hijinks involved because then they're kind of discovering that these people that they now are, they kind of seem to have done stuff that they kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
they did stuff,
That would be awkward.
yeah, and the main characters now have to discover what actually happened and how they're going to get out of it. So it's really creepy. It's set in the Philippines. It's a Pinoy. It's written in English, but it's set in the Philippines and it's by a Pinoy author. And it's creepy. I don't know. It's not. I mean, it's February. It's not everyone's talking about Valentine's and love stuff. So this is great counter programming for that. If you're
Yeah,
sick of
I know, right?
yeah, and just read something creepy and get it out of your system. So pick it up. Dwellers is in local bookstores. So yeah, that's my other favorite underrated thing that I'd like more people to pick.
Cool. Ah,
Yes.
so
So
what are other
how
people's
about
favorite underrated
oh
things?
Stella? Okay, Yeah, we have something on Twitter from at the Stella Torres. Hi, Stella. Her favorite underrated thing, breakfast cereal. Mornings don't start for me unless I have banana nut fitness with cold milk.
Wait, I think I know
And she,
that. I love that
I do
one.
too. I have that too. Yes.
It's because like cornflakes is like too sweet for me and stuff. So I like that version. I think it's whole wheat. The
Yes. And it
the
has
fitness
banana
thing,
stuff.
and the bananas are nice. It's so weird that we're talking about breakfast cereal, but the bananas are nice. I like the almond ones too, but the bananas are pretty good. The banana variant. So yay!
That mood. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Stella. And then Stella also adds that no, I don't follow the fitness diet plan. I just like the cereal.
Yeah, that diet plan is weird. Have you read the diet plan? It's on the box. It's
Yes,
like
I've read it.
for
It's
dinner.
like have cereal.
Yeah, for have cereal. I'm like, what?
Yeah, have
No.
cereal for dinner. I know people who do that though. I know people who do that. No, sorry. I know
If you're on a
have dinner
diet, it's just
and then
weird
have
for
cereal.
me. Go have cereal. Well, it will be nice to eat like any time of the day because it's awesome. But the fitness plan is just yeah no. Somebody else will do this. I will eat something else. But yeah, that good call. I do like the fitness cereal things. It's whole
Yes,
wheat.
I do like cereals too. I think in praise of cereal, when relatives in the U.S. If ask us if we want anything brought over, we have started saying cereal. just
Really?
just yes, just randomly pick up something that we've
Yeah.
never seen here and we want to try it. Yeah, we have a cereal thing going on. I
Yeah,
totally understand.
we don't actually have a lot of choices with breakfast cereal here, right? They're like
It's
I
getting
mean not as
though. It's
many as were in the States.
No, not as many, but in supermarkets like Market, it's actually pretty good the selection there.
Oh, okay, cool. I think
someone
Rustan's
who
would have a good
someone who
selection.
really loves cereal, yes, I can say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Rustan's has a lot of nice things. I love that grocery store. Especially the I told you about this, right? It's so weird. I'm sorry. I'm talking about where I like to grocery shop. So yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
it has things that I want and I need, and so Rustan's, it's my happy place. And I'm like, oh, should I have? Like, and I get my they have Japanese ramen and Korean ramen and different stuff like Italian, and it's like what I'm like, what the hell is polenta? I'm like, I must look this up. So yes, get a lot of stuff there.
And they have like they have yeah they have random things from different countries, and then if
Hmm.
you're the and then sometimes they go on sale. So I'll try something totally weird because it's under 50 pesos.
Yes, it's nice. It's nice to try
Right.
new stuff. And so
Yes.
yes. What else? Do you have any other underrated things, Mina?
Okay. My last the last thing that I wrote down that I wanted to talk about is a new site that I discovered because of a potential work thing,
Ooh.
but I just started hanging out at the site. It's called amplify.ph and they
Oh,
feature music,
I
indie
tried that.
Philippine music.
And it's like you
It's
you get it for free, sort of. If you like, there's a just you watch an ad, right?
Yes, it kind of works like these online radio streaming services. So you can just choose to start streaming, and then every few songs you'll hear an ad. And apparently, the artists get paid because of this. So thanks
Yes.
to the people involved, that we can actually find a way to get music to get people to sort of help out our awesome local musicians because the music is great. So I've been discovering new, and I'm sure people who are into indie music will tell me that they've known these acts from before and they support them. Then they're gonna tell me, yeah, you just discovered it now. But yeah, I did just discover them now,
Yeah, so
and
did
they're great.
I.
And they're great. So it's got a wide selection. If you go to the site, you'll see. I think I've been told that there are over 2,000 songs around that
Oh,
much there right now. So it's going to be crazy just looking and searching. So if you want the editors, for example, to choose your music for you, they have playlists. So they put together playlists. They recommend artists, or you can go to the site and just start streaming. And they have it works like radio, any kind of online radio streaming service. You'll just hear stuff, and then if you register, you can actually download the music.
yes, you
And
can. Yeah, that's the fun part. You get to
which is
download the songs, and then the artist gets paid. So right, everybody wins, and it's so
anyways,
easy to use.
my complaint though is I haven't really been able to make it work on my phone. So
Oh,
I don't know if it's a thing. Like it keeps I keep getting uh I keep doing I think I keep doing the wrong thing, maybe because I'm trying to use it on a mobile browser, that it's probably not as my aim doesn't seem to be as accurate as when I'm using it on a tablet or on a desktop. So
I
I
hope they
guess
make a mobile app soon, right?
yes,
That'll probably help with your
that would really.
problems.
I hope that solves my problem, at least, of not being able to aim my finger properly, which is probably my fault. So I know that. But yeah, so yeah, underrated thing, I think, and I guess the reason why I wanted to talk about it under underrated things was when I was told that, oh, indie music, it's this site with indie Filipino music. I kind of had I don't know what kind of idea I had about the kind of music that would I would be hearing there. I don't even know, but when I got there and started just randomly streaming stuff, I was just blown away at the quality of the music, and I kept tweeting and telling people all over that I loved what I was hearing. And then it made me think back, and like, why did I even think that? Why would I even be surprised that it would be great? That indie music would because and I don't know, there's probably a I guess a bias that a lot of people have against indie, and I kind of fell into it, and it was my mistake. So yeah, I want to tell people now to check out not just amplify.ph, but work by indie musicians, because this is really, I guess, what music is going to be in the kind of music that this country is producing. It might not be coming from the big studios anymore. And of course,
Yeah.
you're gonna see that it's been like this for a long time.
Yeah,
Sorry, just
we're not very updated in the indie music scene. I haven't been like listening to like new bands since college. It was like I don't know, 5 years ago. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
But yeah, like recently I just listened to my old like well I could say CDs, but I ripped them all, so they're now MP3s. I just like I
Sure.
listen to new stuff, but they're mostly K-pop. The old stuff I listen to are like stuff that are like really old. So so yeah, Eraserheads
Well,
and yeah, that's it.
I
What you're
kind of
saying?
have to credit Spotify. I have to credit Spotify for my
Oh,
renewed interest music, because yeah, when I was into buying MP3s, because I do want to support artists, so I would buy MP3s. It
mm-hmm.
kind of relied on you knowing who you wanted to buy, and not just experimenting, like, because it costs money to experiment and to experiment with this kind of thing. But at least and then Spotify came along, and I tried it out, and I would listen to songs that I would just go with playlists, go with my mood. listen to totally new stuff. And then yes, true enough, when I when I heard something that I never heard before and actually liked, I would look at who it was, and then that led to me who it was, what song it was, and it led to me getting a premium subscription. So now I hope that my constant streaming, for example, of the Outlander scenes or the is getting these artists paid, because I mean some songs I really do loop. So and I've been using it to look for music that I already bought as CDs. Like where's the album of like Wilson? I was just listening to Wilson Phillips
Oh,
the
Wilson Phillips.
day. So I was just remembering that I had all of this music as cassette tapes or as CDs before, and then they're on Spotify, so I'm listening to them all over again. And I hope that the artists are getting compensated over and over again.
Yeah. I think that was a problem with it's an issue with Spotify. Like apparently they're not getting paid well enough. I don't know. I hope they just, settle this and come up with something where the artists, get paid enough and everybody's happy. So yeah.
I hope so because if I were into music and I was just listening to it on another site, they wouldn't get paid at all, right? So
Yeah.
so I hope, yeah, so I hope that they work it out and they
Well,
because I am willing to support. I Hello? Hello? Am I back? Did you lose me? Hello?
are underrated, just don't forget to tweet us. Use the hashtag 5x5 podcast. And even after the show is done, we'll still listen to it. Hey,
Cool.
Mina. Yeah.
Hi, I'm back. Okay, did you lose me?
A bit. It's okay. I just told them to tweet us their favorite underrated things, which we will listen to, which we will check out even after the show is over. So yeah.
Yes. On Twitter, something came in from Rose Perez.
Mhm.
The 100, a new TV series I follow, very underrated compared to fellow CW shows. Have you heard of the 100? I've seen people tweet about
I
this, but I
have.
haven't
I
watched it.
have. Wait,
Uh-huh.
I think that's the one where it's like it's science fiction, I guess. But yes, it's like
Okay.
I think it's like sort of it's a YA kind of thing. So yeah, check it out. Uh,
Okay, the
Lots
100,
of
and I will too.
and when you say it's an underrated CW show, that's saying something because CW shows are really mostly underrated, right?
Yeah, so if it's underrated among the underrated, okay, they really
Yes,
need some help. Okay,
I know. So yeah,
so
one of
let's.
my favorite CW shows these days is Supernatural, and it's not getting like blockbuster ratings, but it has a like really strong cult following, and we love it, and they're very jiffable.
Of
my
course,
Yeah,
that's why
I'm sorry.
that's
My
why we love
philosophy
them.
Yeah, my philosophy is if a TV show is good, you'll know because it's jiffable. Because they
True,
say
true.
funny things and the actors are good, so the expression on their face, it's like, yeah, great, and the outtakes are also really funny. So yeah, so when you say underrated CW show, it's just really underrated. So if YA and science fiction is your kind of thing, check out the 100. So thank you for the recommendation.
Oh,
Yay.
thank you, Rose. Okay, I've chosen a winner for
Yay.
the
Go.
Serena Bowen novel, and it's Rin at Perfect Rin.
Yay. Her favorite thing is, was that the one receiving packages in the mail?
Yes, however, I'm sending her a digital copy of something, so
Ah,
not exactly
next
same
time.
way. Sorry. So yeah. So at Perfect Rin, thank you for tweeting and sharing your favorite underrated thing. Please tell me which title which Serena Bowen book you want me to send you. So I'm going to just tweet it to me, and you'll get it in your email as soon as I'm able to send it. So thank you so much for tweeting and listening. So yeah, Tanya, anything else you want to mention?
Yeah, that's it.
Any
If
other
I
underrated
actually
things?
have other underrated things, but if I, keep going, we're never gonna end. So
I know I'm
that's it
probably
for now.
gonna remember some stuff and tweet. Yeah, I'm probably gonna add to the Twitter conversation when I remember more underrated things. So thanks everyone, and
Yeah,
if you
let's do
missed,
that. Oh,
yeah,
Mina,
if you missed this,
before we close up, I just like everyone
yeah,
to know that I it's this thing we're experimenting with. Remember, we spoke about this like a couple of weeks ago. We would like to hear from you. Not just, I mean, the tweets are great, but we would like to hear from you. Calling us like voicemail. Hmm. You can do that on Skype. Just go to our website, 5x5podcast.com. There's a button there that will lead you to where you can leave a voicemail to our Skype. And we're going to try to figure out how to play your comments and questions on the show. So,
oh my gosh,
yeah.
so
So if you want to do, yeah, if you have a question or a comment which you would like us to actually, play as an audio on the show, send us voicemail. We love voicemail. Well, we've never gotten voicemail, but I'm sure we will love it.
we will, whatever it is. Please try it. Okay. So yeah, if you missed this live stream, it's already archived on YouTube right now, and you can listen to this and our past episodes on 5x5podcast.com. So thank you so much,
Yeah, I'll catch you guys next week.
and we'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you next week. I hope, or whenever episode 23 will be. Thanks
Yay.
everyone.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.